My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Next up at UFC Vegas 28, we have Tanner Boser versus Ilir Latifi. This, I literally want to stop saying this is an interesting one, but this is an interesting fight because Ilir Latifi was a light heavyweight, very good wrestler.
Just real quick, it reminded me who you were doing. Dana went on Twitter now. Every fight that comes up for the fight card, he always says, "This is the fight I was telling you about." That's like your thing. Every single fight, he's always like, "This is the one I was telling you about. This is the one." Every single fight. So this is an interesting fight.
It is interesting. They're all interesting.
Super interesting
for different reasons. But I actually
also tricky.
This one's. It is tricky. I've tried.
You can't even say it in a joking manner because the way he says it just comes out so naturally that he still says it the same way.
I don't know why Jacob's like dancing and singing. This is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Nobody knows.
I think the tricky song is tricky.
Okay, stop. So anyway, Latifi was a light heavyweight, very good wrestler. He's moved up to heavyweight. So he's actually not a big person. I think he can make light heavyweight now. So he's not a big dude. And we saw that when he fought Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is a heavyweight, a very big heavyweight. And Latifi struggled. He did take Derek Lewis down, but you're supposed to take Derek Lewis down easily. And he struggled with it. He didn't do anything when he was on top. So, it sort of showed the size difference there. Tanner Boser is a heavyweight. He's a big dude, and he's shockingly light on his feet. He moves around really well. He has nice boxing, nice leg kicks, and I think Latifi's going to struggle with the size and the movement of Tanner Boser because he does move quite a bit. And what I will say here is lately we've seen a lot of these wrestlers lose decisions even when they had some effective wrestling. So I think this is one of those fights where I'm going to lean into that. Even if Latifi gets some takedowns, even if Latifi holds Tanner Boser against the cage, I don't think the judges will give it to him. For whatever reason, the last 6 months, these judges don't care about takedowns as much unless you really dominate in that position. And I don't think Latifi will dominate in a wrestling position or a clinch position. So I think Tanner Boser's a play here because of his movement, his size, and I think his leg kicks will be a big deal here. But Jacob, I'll go to you again. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, Latifi, you mentioned his heavyweight debut is against Derek Lewis. So the good news is this isn't Derek Lewis. The bad news is, and you nailed it, that this is kind of like almost the exact opposite of Derek Lewis in terms of, Derek Lewis is an athlete, but he doesn't use like his side-to-side athleticism. He just kind of slowly marches forward. And Latifi obviously had an issue with that because of the power. But Tanner Boser is so – I have him listed as a slick heavyweight. He's one of those kind of not undersized heavyweights, but a little bit lighter. We'll throw some good combos, throw some kicks. And Latifi, I just don't see enough of him in his striking, in his grappling. He should be able to get this fight on the ground and dominate is what he should do. But I just think that Tanner is going to be a little too sharp in his striking to be able to avoid some of those shots, be precision with his striking. And I was looking actually to put Tanner in my lineup. It didn't work out, but that's how confident I am in him winning this fight. So, the interesting part too, against his last fight against Orlowski, he lost a decision. But the weird part about this is each judge gave him a round on one of the scorecards. Does that make sense? So he scored a round on one judge's scorecard for the first round, and then another judge gave him the second round, and another judge gave him the third round. So opposite judges gave him each a round. So
hold on, break that down one more time for me.
So he would have won a.
I'm joking.
I'm not breaking it down for you. He would have won that plus 3.5 bet. He got three judges gave him a round, so he would have won that.
The most unique way to win it,
because you usually just count on winning one round, but you just need three judges to give you 10 points.
Yeah.
So
So it's not like and that's a fantastic striker in Orlovsky. I mean, we've all talked about how good Orlovsky is, even as an older guy. But we mentioned the older guys are dominating these days. So to do that
He's
well,
not quite 40.
Yeah.
Sorry.
To do that well against a striker like that, I think says a lot. So and Latifi definitely is not that level of striker. So.
And I meant to say Ilir Latifi's not quite 40. He's not at that cutoff yet. So anyway, Daniel, go ahead and give us your 38-minute breakdown.
All right, let's start in this one nice slow. So Tanner Boser was born in, how old is he? 40? No.
Well, let's start with how his parents met.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a great story. Let me get started. No, I think this one's simple. I think this is a true heavyweight versus someone who's not a true heavyweight. Latifi's coming off, I think, a 3-fight losing skid. Tanner Boser, like you said, he's a more athletic heavyweight. And Latifi lost to Derek Lewis. And if your game plan is wrestling against Derek Lewis and you can't pull it off,
that was the funny part where because Derek Lewis, because he had control in Derek Lewis, and then Derek Lewis literally was like, I think I'm just going to stand up, and literally just no technique, just got to a knee and stood up, and Latifi was like trying to just hold him down, just can't hold him down.
I was literally trying to say that to me shows that he's undersized. You know what I mean? Like if you're a heavyweight wrestler and you get Derek Lewis down, you probably should be able to keep him down.
That's like me. It's like me and Angelo. I can take Angelo down whenever I want. Keeping him down is an issue. So,
well, I mean, I don't know about that. Angelo, once he's on his back,
like a turtle.
You're gonna call him turtle. Help! He's stuck. You can't leave him there. He'll be there for the weekend.
Dried up slug on a rock.
I should just remove you from this. This new software makes it so easy. I click one button and you're gone, Dan. So continue.
All right.
You go with Tanner Boser. Boser. He's a heavy
Boner. Whoa.
He's a heavyweight, true heavyweight.
Yeah. True heavyweight, good footwork, athletic, and I think he's gonna. If he does get taken down, he'll get back up. He'll probably avoid most of the takedowns, land a bunch of strikes, and I think he'll win the fight. Maybe by TKO.
You have any bets?
And Tanner Boser hasn't been KO'd since 2015. Just a quick fact.
Yeah. I'm going to go more.
Yeah, I like...
And if I were to bet...
Save it for the betting guide. Don't give away the secret sauce. Save it for the betting guide.
You're very right.
With Monkey Knife Fight, I think this is... the Latifi line is really good. I think it's definitely more for Tanner Boser. 27.5. I'm going to go more and more here as well.
What's funny is I'm just looking at the stats here because I wanted to see Latifi's strikes for the Derek Lewis fight. He had 62 total strikes landed. Derek Lewis won that fight with 27 total strikes landed.
Oh, look at that. Uh-oh. So maybe I go more or less.
Why?
What?
Because Derek Lewis only landed 27 and he won. I don't know if Latifi will land more than 27 in a loss. What's the problem here?
Now say that. Explain.
Yeah,
say that
please.
slowly.
Actually, I was going to let that go, but I just want to hear you explain that one more time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Derek Lewis only landed 27 strikes in a full decision win.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you play more and more here, that means you need Latifi to land more than 27, and we know he's going to lose in a loss. Not going to happen. What is the problem? What are you missing? This is easy.
First of all, you just said he's going to lose in a loss, but besides that, what your point is that because Derek Lewis,
I just said I think more and more is the play, and then I heard that stat, and it's like, man, maybe I need to go less on Latifi. I'm going less on Latifi, and I'm moving on. We're moving on.
Strikes in the loss.
What?
How many strikes did Latifi have?
He had 67 when he won. Against.
I thought you said he lost to Derek Lewis.
Oh no, he lost to Derek Lewis. Yeah.
How many strikes did he have?
He had 67.
Yes.
62. Sorry, 62.
He had 62 strikes against Derek Lewis in a loss, and you said, "Oh man, I might want."
I listen. I'm moving on. We're moving on.
Yeah, I bet.
It's probably a good move.
Look,
I
he's
don't like
making
the
notes
turn
to edit all this out. Look at him.
Oh,
I'm not
I
gonna
can't
edit it.
wait
No, I'll
to-
leave it. The new software. I'm gonna leave
I'm
it.
gonna rewatch it just to try to really understand where
It
you
made
were going with
logical. It made logical sense. I think Latifi loses, and I don't know if he'll do more than 27 and a half. I think he
just
loses.
lost. He
that.
threw
Right,
67 in the
because
loss.
Derek Lewis at 27.
That's a different fight. He got the takedowns. He was
Yeah.
on top
You're
for a
just like
little
making
while.
random stuff up now.
I gotta go. I gotta go. We're moving on to the next fight.